Hello, everybody. My name is Keanu Balls 46, and today I have a very fun topic that everyone loves so much, and that has to do with AI. I know everyone's favorite word, but specifically, I'm going to talk about its implication within video games. Now, why am I talking about this topic specifically? Well, let me give you a little rundown on why I got this idea. So, I've been replaying the Batman Arkham games, and I have just been, oh my god, blown away about how amazing their art direction is. Like, each game distinctly looks like its own game while still being connected in its own weird way, and the visuals are just fantastic. With everything they did is just fantastic. And specifically Arkham Asylum, I was replaying today, and I was just seeing all this amazing art they put in the game, and it's wonderful. And Batman Arkham Knight has an amazing graphical fidelity. Like, God, it just looks fantastic. The way the rain hits your cape when you're gliding, everything about it, the gothic architecture that they used on the buildings, it's just phenomenal. And then Arkham City with its snowy atmosphere, everything kind of having this blue hue to it and being less grim than Arkham Asylum, just phenomenal overall, right? And had me thinking about the future of video games when it comes to the art department and art direction in general. Because most games I see nowadays either look like shit because they're trying way too much at once, or they just have shitty art direction. Like, they're just not pulling it together, you know what I mean? Because they keep replacing these artists, these people that are really crucial to what, to making these games looking good, with bots. Specifically, like Activision, for example, those Call of Duty games have had just shitty art direction, and they just look like poo-poo because all the designs and all the little graphics they use in the game are AI. And one game I do like that does have a lot of AI graphics in it that I'm not the biggest fan of is Ready or Not. I had a lot of fun with this game. I play with my buddy consistently to this day. But one problem I had was the fact that a lot of the graffiti in the game is AI generated, and it just kind of looks ugly, especially because it's like early AI generated software, so it's very obvious what it is with all like the fingers and the eyes and the hair. It's really gross looking. And I always thought because the game kind of went popular and like it made a lot of money, they would replace those graphics with real art, especially because it was a smaller team or whatever. I kind of forgave them a little bit, but it seems like they're never going to do that, and it just kind of makes the game look like shit. And I would prefer if they would totally put human art in it, because it would just elevate the game for me. But whatever, I can't do much about that. But besides a little side tangent I had there, I'm really concerned about the future of video games and their development process, because you can see all these companies firing thousands of people and then replacing them with AI, and then hiring them again after realizing AI doesn't really give them the results that they're looking for. And I don't know, because I'm just really concerned, because I want to keep buying future games, but I have like a no AI tolerancy. Like, if I see on the Steam page or whatever it may be, or if I find it on Google that there's AI in it, I'm probably not going to buy that game. Because I think one thing people don't really think about is the amount of effort that people put into making these games good. And I much rather spend my money and give that money to passionate developers, people that do have a shit about the product that they're selling to you, instead of just trying to get shit out as fast as they can. Because one way that I don't dislike about AI implication in video game development is passing shit up the chain. I get when there's huge teams and there's too many cooks in the kitchen that it's gonna be hard getting ideas passed over. It's like a big game of telephone. So when you have like 10,000 people working on a video game, it's probably just gonna be easier to AI generate something, send it up the chain, and then have the human artist do it. I can understand that. But when it comes to smaller teams specifically, I know there's like 100 people or less working on this game, sometimes like 20 or less. You do not need to use AI in your development process, okay? I know that like 2 of you can know how to digitally do shit, you know what I mean? You can hop on Adobe Illustrator and cook something up, you know what I mean? Because when I see AI art in games, it just shows me that you're lazy and you don't have a really, really good idea. Or let me rephrase that. If you have a great idea on how the art direction is going to look and you execute it properly, you get games like Batman Arkham Knight. But when you have crunched developers that are just working as fast as they can, you get games like Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You know what I mean? I much rather, well, first of all, let's just fix these huge development teams. You do not need like 10,000 people to make a video game unless it's GTA 6. You only need 100 to maybe 1,000 passionate and talented people to make those games. But it really has me stumped because this tech is being implicated into everything. It's not just, the art department. It's almost every part of the industry, and not just gaming. It's just everything, and it's ramping up the prices of tech in general. The Steam Deck went up $200 for the cheapest model, and that's Steam doing that. Like, it's bad if Steam is ramping up their fucking prices. You know what I mean? And also the environmental impacts of AI. Let's look at AI data centers, for example. Not only do they use a shit ton of water, but also, I had a conversation with a buddy about this. I don't know why I got annoyed at his response, but anyway, he's basically saying that AI data centers don't really use that much water, and he's not completely wrong there. I don't think the world's going to end because of AI data centers, but the main problem with them is how it affects the surrounding area. Because it's using so much of that tap water and that water that could be going towards actual homes, it leads to these people that live near these AI data centers to have really unclean water. Like, just look at any of these neighborhoods or people that live near AI data centers and what their water looks like, and how they have to like go to Walmart and stock up on bottles of water because they just can't get access to clean water because all of that water is going over to these data centers. That is a real problem. And what will be a bigger problem is if these data centers are moved closer to cities, because right now they're in less populated areas, so it's affecting less people. But once they're moved next to big cities, that will be a problem. Not only that, but the amount of electricity that these require to use, that's a shit ton of power, and that's led to governments suggesting or trying to get people to use less power so they can be used towards AI data centers, and that is a genuine problem. Now, is it going to cause the world to turn into a shriveled little walnut or fucking raisin? Probably not, no. But it's still not good for the people that live around them. That's 100% sure. So it just kind of upsets me that so many companies are so quick to want to use these tools or want to use AI in the development process, because it is harmful and it is also run on crimes. Like, they use a bunch of stolen art in the first place, and I can't support that. That shit's stupid. Now, I have used AI in the past. Maybe it'll write an essay or two. I hope my school doesn't see this, but fuck them anyway. I hope they... Actually, I can't say that. I can't say that, but they can't trace this back to me. But anyway, yes, I have used it here and there, but as it's become more popular and it's being implemented in way more shit, I've just become way more like annoyed by it and against it, because it felt like a fad at first, where like it was just going to be here for a little while, kind of like VR. VR is cool for the most part, but like, I remember when they were acting like we're going to get the Oasis in real life, and then they just stopped caring about it. That's kind of what I thought AI was going to be. But apparently every company thinks it's the best thing ever, but it's really obvious what they want to do with this. It's they want to collect as much info about you and turn this world into a surveillance state. It's pretty obvious, because I think AI may actually know more about you than your family. Because if you're using ChatGPT as like your Google, they know everything about you, because you're telling them all your shit, the shit that you won't tell your family and all that. it's just a big old database of a bunch of human information, and it's going to be sold off to the highest bidder, I bet. You know what I mean? Like, once it collapses, whoever invested the most, they're probably going to get the most return. Or not. Maybe they'll get completely fucked over, which is the goal, you know? But, I think the only people who really do place a value on it are untalented hacks, people that are just lame in general and have no inspiration to do anything interesting with their life. Those are the type of people that use AI. You know what I mean? Because it is about the process, and that doesn't need to be said a million times, but it is true. It is 100% about that process. And if you feel like you like to be in this creative industry, that you need AI to do anything, then maybe you shouldn't be in that industry. Maybe go do accounting. Maybe go do something that isn't creative, because you're not a creative person and you cannot create an original idea. So back to the video game part, because I kind of went on a really long tangent there that kind of pulls things together. I'm concerned that the art direction of video games is going to severely slump downwards, because AI is incapable of creating something new. So when I want to play a new game with new art and new stuff, and it's new, and I'm just getting the same shit but worse, that's not that cool. So I'm gonna make a video about Modern Warfare 4, that reveal trailer, and how that game, you know, you probably shouldn't purchase, but this is a video just mainly about my concerns with AI in the gaming space and just in general. So, you're not insane for not liking AI, and don't consume this shit. You're better than that. That's Keanu Balls 46, and drop a comment about some really good games with some really amazing art, or tickle your tip. I don't know. Have a good one.